Apart from restating that Jack Lowden's genuine River Cartwright is alive and well, Slough Horses Season 4, Episode 2, A Stranger Comes to Town, follows the young Slough House agent to France, perplexing some viewers on River's behavior. Based on Mick Herron's Spook Street, Apple TV Plus' fourth excursion of an unorthodox spy thriller pushes viewers straight forward into the deep end. In Season 4, Episode 1, David Cartwright, Jonathan Pryce, River's grandfather and former MI5 agent, negotiates increasing dementia. David thus fires and kills someone invading his residence. David presses his panic button, thinking he had shot his own grandson by mistake, but disappears before MI5 arrives. Though she has previously recovered River's ID and wallet in the victim's pockets, Emma Flight, Ruth Bradley, the new head of the dogs, calls Jackson Lamb, Gary Oldman, to the site to identify River's body. Despite his belief that River is still alive, Lamb informs Flight that the deceased is his colleague, the operator. Though the second episode shows why, exactly, Jackson Lamb lied for the still-alive River, the pretense is sufficient to persuade Slough Horses' fellow Slough House spies. Season 4, Episode 2 of Slough Horses reveals River wanted to be presumed dead. It's evident that River Cartwright desires a swift assumption of death. Retracing events following the home invasion forms the opening section of Slough Horses Season 4, Episode 2. Not too long after David murders River's lookalike, the actual River shows up to see his grandfather. River finds David upstairs, perched on a bloody body in his bathtub with a shotgun. After responding to a few key personal questions, River persuades David that he is genuine. David feels overwhelmed and presses his panic button while the two are debriefing, thereby summoning Flight. The younger Cartwright is unhappy that River and David are on the clock in response to the panic button. David calls himself River's father by mistake, thus ending their brief argument between the two men. Speaking in a more controlled manner, River warns David that if he makes a mistake before meeting MI5, it could potentially doom both of them. River lays his ID on the victim's corpse and uses David's shotgun to disfigure his lookalike in order to buy a bit more time. The Cartwrights leave together for Standish's, Saskia Reeves, residence. River retraces his grandfather's would-be assassin's steps to France. Before driving his grandfather to Standish's residence, River empties the victim's pockets. Apart from identifying an ID-marked Adam Lockhead, River discovers a return trip ticket to La Vendée, France. The discovery of diazepam on the body, which the invader likely intended to use to kill David, further complicates the situation. Eager to learn more about his grandfather's would-be killer, River chooses to follow in the man's footsteps, using Lockhead's ID and ticket in order to uncover any secrets La Vendée keeps. Despite Joe's cover, they still need to make every effort to assist River from a distance. Lamb enlists the services of the new First Desk, Claude Whalen, James Callis, who banished Standish's replacement, Moira Tregorian, Joanna Scanlon, to Slough House. Though River's case may relate to the Westacres bombing, Slough Horses insists on following the practice of Slough House operatives hiding their actual aims from Taverner, Kristen Scott Thomas, and their other superiors, even if the show does not accurately portray MI5. What did River discover in La Vendée for Season 4's Slough Horses? Upon arriving by taxi, River finds the small village of La Vendée nearly empty. He briefly brushes with a man and his dogs before going into one of the few cafes in town. The owner pointed River in the direction of an abandoned estate on the town's edge. The Slough House agent is unaware that a mysterious stranger is trailing him. He breaches the estate by climbing over an overgrown fence. Inside, River wanders throughout the enclosure, dotted with literature about war, weapons and ammo, and baby prams and toys. River once came across a picture showing an older man, Hugo Weaving, and a number of younger men all gathered around an animal they had hunted. Weaving's character surreptitiously approaches River and strikes him. Another sequence reveals the connection between Weaving's mystery man and the assassin David killed. The stranger tailing the Slough House agent smashes into the complex and kidnaps River before the man could strangle her. According to the hints Slough Horses has given so far, the compound appears to be a child army breeding ground.